Hey guys, back with another Spotlight video. This time we're going to talk about Baseball Stars Professional for the Nintendo Switch. This released May 17th on the Nintendo eShop for $7.99, which was a couple days ago, about a week ago. So it's an arcade-style baseball game, and it's kind of similar to the Baseball Stars 1 and 2 on the original NES, but a little bit different. So we'll go over the differences in the video. Also, the local co-op for the game is a little bit hard to figure out exactly how to do that. So if you're here to find out how to do that, I'm going to go over that in this video, and I'll timestamp it down in the details so you can go ahead and hop ahead if that's what you're looking for. But besides that, let's go ahead and get to the video. All right, once again, guys, this is Baseball Stars Professional for the Nintendo Switch. This is an arcade-style baseball game that was originally released by SNK for the Neo Geo in 1990. This release was in May 17th, 2018 on the Nintendo eShop, so just a little bit over a week ago from the time of this video. The release price was $7.99, I believe is what it is in the eShop. It's similar to Baseball Stars 1 and 2 on the NES. So if you have played either of those games, it's those games were made by SNK as well. This is different in the fact that the Baseball Stars for the NES, you could create a team, upgrade your players, by how much. When you won a game, you get money that you could then buy power-ups for your players to upgrade that player. This does not have that. This is kind of just was built for the arcade. So you have not all the bells and whistles that the one for the NES did as far as the depth of the game. What you do have is you have much nicer presentation. So the graphics are going to be a lot nicer. The cutscenes are going to be much nicer. You have a commentator through the game, so that the presentation of this game is definitely much nicer than the one for the NES. The gameplay it actually plays very similar. I'd say it's very similar in gameplay style. So if you are familiar with that and you're kind of just thinking like, oh, this the one for the NES that I may have played in the past, or if you have no idea as to what this game even is, that's what it is. It's an arcade style baseball game. When you start off, you're going to have a couple different modes. So you have your original mode, which it allows you to play in either English or Japanese, which is just what you're going to do if you want to play, in a tournament or against couch co-op. If you want to play against someone, you can play two-player couch co-op. This game does not support multiplayer online, just couch co-op is basically all you can play, that or just against the computer. The other modes are you have high score mode and you have caravan mode. And what those are, now the scores that you occur from these are, go to an online leaderboard where you can go and view and see where you place. In essence, what it is the high score mode is, I think it's a 30-minute time mode, which should be a full game. I mean, most games that I've played take me under 15 minutes, usually under 20. I guess if you scored a lot of points, you could get close to around 30 minutes. But anyways, that high score mode is timed out at 30 minutes. The caravan mode is timed out at 5 minutes, so which means just as many runs as you can score. You're just playing the normal style game. So you can, in both those high score mode and caravan mode, you can pick to play versus mode or tournament, which are the only two modes that you have to play. You have versus or tournament, and you can play that versus or tournament in either original mode, high score mode, or caravan mode. So everything plays the same. The only difference is that you have online leaderboards for the high score and caravan mode. And it's kind of shows you your time running down, and it'll show you kind of what the actual high scores are over on the right. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool addition. As far as what else is there? As far as the two-player, if you are going to play two-player, it is a little bit tricky. It's not as intuitive as you would think. But what you can do is there's a manual. So if you push your plus button on your controller, You come in, and then you have a manual, and it'll kind of will tell you. It says about mode selection. 2 types of modes are available. There is a verse mode where you can play against a computer, and a turn mode where you can aim against Legion. Blah blah blah. For 2-player mode, 2 or more credits are necessary on the title screen. Start must be pressed on the second player's controller. So what that means is that it's just like if you were playing an arcade, you would just have to insert coins on the second player is what it's mimicking. So the best thing to do is to just come in, configure your controllers, make sure that you have your second controller configured, or it's showing up on your Switch. Okay, so after you've configured your controller, then you go back to your title screen. And then once at your title screen with your first player, it's a little bit tricky, like I said. So you'll push like at the original mode, you'll go into there, you'll push like the plus button on there with the first player controller. Then you push A, and then when it comes up and it launches here, now on your second player controller, this is not as intuitive as you would think. Then you've got to push L1 and R1 at the same time. See, so I just did that with my second player controller. You do it again, and that's basically mimics like you're putting coins in the second player at the arcade is what it would be. So then you would come in, and now first player selects their team, and now you have second player can select their team. So that's kind of how it's a little bit not so as intuitive as you would like it to be. But yeah, as far as the game, that's about it. I mean, you have the only other thing is you have two stadiums to pick from. So the game is the depth is not its strong point, but it is enjoyable. The gameplay is fun. It's a great game to play with friends or whoever. If you're just going to be playing locally, like I said, you're not going to be playing online. It plays really good at handheld, so that's another plus. It's just a fun game. It's a fun retro style arcade game, and it's like I said, it's not too deep, and you're not going to get too much for your money. But it's only $7.99, and there's not that many baseball games you can play on the Switch. But yeah, I guess that's about it as far as gameplay and as much as I can go into at this point. Alright guys, so what do you think about Baseball Stars Professional? Let me know down in the comments if you think you'll be picking it up or not. Maybe it's not your thing, or maybe it's just exactly what you've been looking for, to play something an arcade style baseball game to play handheld. But also let me know down in the comments if you guys enjoy these videos, the spotlights. It's kind of like allows me to give a little brief summary, show some gameplay footage without getting too deep into the game. A lot of times I don't have the time to do a full-on review of the game, so it's something that I enjoy doing. But let me know if you guys like it too. If you guys did like the video, make sure you smash that like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, then go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.